Hi, welcome back. My name is Jonathan. In today's video, we're going to be looking at my everyday carry gear. That is the stuff I carry with me, usually in my pockets at all times, things I can't live without day to day. Let's have a look.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Okay, first on the list is my mobile phone. I am an iPhone user and I have been since the very first one. So always happy with the iPhone. This is the iPhone 11 Pro. I am thinking of changing to the 12 mini. I like the idea of lightweight, easy to carry in the pocket. A little bit worried about the battery life. If anybody's got an experience of the iPhone 12 mini battery life, please leave a comment. I'm really interested to know what you think. But for me right now, the 11 is fine. I don't generally have a case on this in the house. I actually really appreciate the original form factor in this glass back and everything, and it also slips into my pocket. Generally lives in my front left hand jeans pocket when I'm walking around, but if I am leaving the house, then I do put a case on it because I am definitely going to drop it. The case I generally have is actually super affordable. It's a Spigen case. They're always very good. You can find them on Amazon. There'll be links in the description below this video. And the thing I like about this case is it kind of provides a basic level of protection against drops, which is great, but it's also super thin, so it's not altering the weight and the thickness, which I really appreciate. The other important thing is the phone has to go in and out easily because I generally take it out the case when I get home. All you need to do is put it like that and then it's in. So that's important. Now there is something else about this case that I really like. You will notice it's got this metal plate in there. This is something you buy extra, but it's only a couple of pounds, a couple of dollars. It's self-adhesive, and this case has got this sort of indent built in for that. You'll notice it's flat on the back, but it does have a recess in the back there, and you just literally bang in that metal plate there, and then it becomes a case you can magnetically attach. Let me show you that. My car is a lovely Land Rover Defender, and if we look inside you can see that I've got this magnetic attachment point, and with the metal in the phone case I literally just bang it on there when I get in the car, and then I've got the phone in place if I need it. So that's what I carry: iPhone and a thin case for when I'm out and about. Next up is my current wallet choice. At the moment I am carrying the Bellroy slim sleeve canvas, and this is quite new, so I'm really testing it out, but it is working really well. And the benefits of this is it's thin and lightweight, hard wearing, front jeans pocket carry, which is what I want because I don't like carrying a wallet in my back pocket. And it's just really efficient in the use. Got some cash in there. I use the Tile Slim Finder, so I'm going to be doing some comparisons with Tile and Apple AirTags soon. I've got two cards I use regularly and a few other cards there that I use less often, and they come out on a pull tab. So that is great. It's also RFID proof if you're into all of that kind of stuff, and works really well. It just literally sits in my pocket there, and because it's nylon, it has a little bit of friction to it and it stops it sliding around in the pocket. This is something I've found out quite recently. If you want to know more about the canvas slim sleeve from Bellroy, there's a full review on the link here. So then we have my pocket knife of choice. This is the Victorinox Compact. I like carrying a knife. I use it all the time, but I also want to carry some other tools. If I'm going to carry a knife, I want some other tools in there as well. The key things for me are lightweight and quite slim in profile. So size and weight is important. It only weighs 64 grams. It's 91 millimeters in length, which is Victorinox medium size. Okay, let's have a quick look at the functions on a Victorinox Compact. We have a blade, great for cutting obviously, and also box opening and so on. The scissors here are brilliant. I wouldn't have an everyday carry knife without scissors. I use these more than the knife. For example, cutting tape or tie wraps, or there's cutting tasks that scissors do much better than a knife. So scissors are brilliant to have. Here we have this combination tool. It's a flathead screwdriver, it's a Phillips head screwdriver, it's a cap lifter, it's a wire stripper, it's a pry tool. Really useful functional tool there in just one blade. We also have a corkscrew, which I haven't really used much, to be honest, but it does hold this miniature screwdriver, which is really good as a glasses wearer for tightening those sort of screws. Then we have the hook. Don't know why we have the hook, but there is a hook there. There are uses for it, and if you check out this complete video, I'll show you some ways in which the hook can be used, but that's one I haven't really used much. In fact, I've not used it at all. Then we also have in here, hidden away, there's a little pin which can be useful. That's just tucked away there. Some tweezers that are built in here. There is also a toothpick, which I never use, and is pretty pointless. Some people like it, apparently. I've swapped that with a fire steel. If you want to know what that's all about when it comes to starting fires, check out my compact video. And then also what we've got here is really useful, and that is an emergency pen. This is a pressurized refill, so it'll write upside down and on most surfaces. So that is really good and means I don't have to carry a pen with me as part of my EDC setup, because I very rarely use a pen, so this one's fine when I need it. The great thing about this knife is the fact that it is so compact, hence the name, the Compact. It is a 2-layer knife, which means it's pretty thin. I've not found a Victorinox knife, and let's face it, there are hundreds of them, that can beat this for an everyday carry knife. You'll notice there's a Keysmart pocket hanging clip on there. Let's have a closer look at that. That is the best way to carry it in my view. I've tried other things and nothing seems to work as well as this. It's very simple and pretty cheap, and the way it works is you just literally do that and it stops it dropping to the bottom of your pocket, stops it getting lost there. To get it out, you just simply do that. So it's a really good way to carry stuff in a pocket for everyday carry. Oh, and before I forget, if you like this sort of content, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Also, in my EDC lineup, we have a flashlight. Now, I always carry a flashlight. This is not for necessarily finding your way around in the dark. This is wandering around a bit of loft space. Even if you've got a light up there, you might want to shine into a corner or illuminate an area, and I do use it for that. This particular flashlight has got a load of functionality packed into a really small, lightweight case. So the size and weight is important. It weighs next to nothing. It's 19 grams, so you never know it's even there. It's rechargeable, so it lasts for ages. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of brightness. It also has a UV light, so you can use that to identify forgeries in notes. It also has a very bright red light, which can also be switched to flash in. So if you are caught out, maybe at night, and the car's broken down and you don't have any other options, this is worth having to light the way. It's super bright. And then you've also got a strobe mode, and then you've also got this warm light built into the body. It's got 2 brightness levels, and you just sit the torch down and it's a different kind of light. It's not a beam, it illuminates an area. It's great if you're trying to read something in the dark, or just, you know, light up a tent or something like that. So this is a really functional, practical, lightweight flashlight. Here's a link to a full review I did previously. Check it out if you are interested in this, which is a Rovyvon A8X. Okay, next we have AirPods. So like a lot of you, I carry AirPods with me all the time. Brilliant if you're making a call, if you're on a Zoom call, if you're out and about making a call, if you want to listen to audiobooks, which I do quite a lot, podcasts or music. So it's a great thing to have. I have got here AirPods Pro and the original AirPods, and I actually prefer the original AirPods. It's a little bit smaller and lighter, which is great, but it's the way it fits in my ear. This one just literally hangs in there, does a great job. It doesn't have the noise cancelling, but that's not super essential for me for general day-to-day use. Whereas the Pro, you tend to have to kind of screw them in your ear like that. I mean, it's fine as well, but they're just a bit loose. Maybe my ear canal's a bit tight or small and different or weird, but you know, for me, they're just not quite as quick to use or easy to use. So I carry the original Airpods, and they're great. But I also have a case for them. Now, I've been through loads of cases trying to find the best one. This is the one that I am using and really like. This is from Catalyst. It's reasonably affordable, really easy to use, simple design. The Airpods literally just push in like that. And now the whole thing is waterproof, so you can literally drop this in a bucket of water and it will survive. So that's one good thing. And then the way you access the Airpods is quite ingenious, simple way. You just literally do that, and then you have access to them like that. So that works really well. And to put them away, you just do that and then close the sides up like that. They've also got a hole in the bottom, so you can charge them without having to take it out of the case. And then you've got this carabiner clip. Putting the AirPods in the pocket, they tend to fall to the bottom because they're really shiny. And although the profile's not that big, you still there got a lump in your pocket, which is not ideal. So I tend to use these with a carabiner when I'm wandering around, and then they're always to hand. So that is part of my EDC setup. Okay, then I always wear a watch generally when I'm out and about, particularly if I'm outdoors or riding a bike or camping and so on. I have got the Garmin Instinct. This is kind of a mid-range watch for Garmin, and I don't actually use all the fitness functions, so I'm not constantly monitoring my V2 Max and all that sort of stuff. I don't even know what that is, but it does have a load of features that are actually quite useful, even if you're not really monitoring all your fitness stuff all the time. So the first thing I would say about this is it's really well made. It will submerge, it's kind of shock proof, drop proof, all of that kind of thing. I think it looks really good. It comes in a ton of colors. This one is a kind of grey camo. It's not cheap, but it's not crazily expensive either. And I think it looks really good. Now, one of the key features about this is the battery life. It is just brilliant. You can see there, it has got 21 days of battery life. And it's also the solar version. So this is the Instinct Solar, which means in bright sunlight, it's charging all the time as well. And in some cases, you don't need to charge it at all. If you've got sunlight, you can certainly power the basic functions. It has GPS, so it will track where you are, and you can download that to your phone if you want to do all of that and see where you've been. And you can navigate back to a point. It's got weather reports on it. It gives you a storm warning if the pressure drops. It's got an altimeter if you want to track your height when you're climbing. It does your pulse reading, which is really accurate. It also does your oxygen levels, which for me is kind of useful, particularly, I suppose, if you get something like COVID. That's one of the early signs, isn't it, that you are not absorbing enough oxygen. So that could be quite useful, I suppose, in that respect. It's also got a really good backlight. The whole thing glows, a kind of grey glow. Looks really, really good at night. So this is a great option. So my EDC watch of choice, the Garmin Solar. Brilliant watch. Then we have the whole key dilemma. This is not an easy fix for me. I've never really found anything that's perfect. So my key setup involves one of these. So just by the very nature, these are just a real pain to fit anywhere. So that's not an easy thing to carry in your pocket. Then I don't have a lot of keys. I've got a house key. I've got office keys. I tend to have them sort of separately because I don't need my office keys if I'm just going out. So I don't generally have them all on the same key ring. If I did, it would start to get a bit bulky. My office keys also include a kind of security fob to get me through various doors, so I've got to carry that as well. I'm also a fan of tile. I am at the moment. So I've got the tile as well, and you know, you're starting to get a load of it's just a real pain. So what I tend to do is, if I'm going out, I just attach my car keys to my house keys. Then if I lose any of that, I've got a tile on there as well. I try and avoid carrying that in my pocket because it's just too bulky and heavy. So my everyday carry consists of the Bellroy slim sleeve wallet, the Rovyvon flashlight, the Victorinox Compact, Airpods in a case, and the Garmin Instinct solar watch. Okay, so if I've not got my keys in my pocket, where do I put them? Well, that's easy. I have a Bellroy mini sling, which is my grab and go everyday bag. This is what I take with me when I leave the house, so I know I've got everything I need. My keys drop in there, so I'm not having to carry them in my pocket. I'm also carrying things like a face mask and gel and power bank for my phone. So this is really useful. I use this every day when I'm out and about. I also sometimes drop my wallet in there. It fits in really well with it being Bellroy, and a few other bits and pieces. So I can highly recommend the Bellroy mini sling bag. So I hope that's been useful. Please consider subscribing here and check out the Bellroy mini sling here. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.